Do you know why over 70% of Cape Verdeans are of mixed racial heritage? Cape Verde is a country made up of a group of islands located 385 miles off Africa's western bulge. When the first Portuguese settlers arrived on the islands, they named it Cabo Verde, or Green Coast, after its luxuriant vegetation. However, visitors to Cape Verde today are impressed by much more than just its greenery. The island boasts some of the most amazing landscapes, delectable food, and warm people in the world. Stick with me to find out why Cape Verde has become one of the top tourist destinations for people from various continents. This is the Way of Cape Verde. Background. Until it was discovered by Italian sailor Elvise Caramosto in 1496, the Cape Verde Islands, made up of 10 major islands and 5 small islets, were mostly uninhabited. The Portuguese began settling on the island not long afterwards, and Cape Verde would become a colony of Portugal until its independence in 1975. Although the official language is Portuguese, Cape Verde Creole, a local language based on Portuguese, is widely spoken on the island. Moreover, many of the island's residents are multilingual, speaking French, English, Spanish, and other languages. The islands, which typically get plenty of sunshine at most times of the year, are filled with mountain ranges, sandy beaches, and crystal clear waters. A multicultural nation. One of the first things a visitor to Cape Verde notices is the multiracial appearance of the people. Because of its strategic location in the Atlantic, Cape Verde served as an important stopover location for ships bringing enslaved African people to the Americas. This meant that large numbers of Africans arrived on the islands and soon mixed with the white settlers, producing a significant population of mixed-race children. These mixed-race people make up the majority of the country's population today, although there are smaller groups of white or black citizens. Cape Verde's varied cultural heritage is reflected in its unique culture. For example, at social occasions and festivals, bakutu dances are often held. Women dance swinging their hips and bodies to the rhythm of music produced by wind instruments and iron rods beaten with metal sticks. This dance may have had its origins in mainland Africa, from where it was brought to the island by enslaved people. Bakutu dances are performed while wearing beads and bright-colored loose dresses. Furthermore, the capulana fabric, a colorful type of cloth which is a strong expression of cultural identity in various parts of Africa, is also widely worn on the island. The Cape's cuisine. Cape Verdean food reflects the island's diverse heritage from Europe, Africa, and South America. The most popular dish in Cape Verde is the cachupa, which is a stew prepared with cassava, beans, fish, beef, or other types of meat. Grog, a locally distilled alcoholic drink, can also be added to the cachupa stew for a unique flavor. Similarly popular is cozido, a stew made with various types of vegetables such as cabbage and prepared with meats such as beef or chicken. These stews are eaten with rice or bread. While on the go, the islanders love to eat a variety of fried pastries known as pastillas as snacks. These pastillas have fillings of meat and various vegetables. They can also be eaten as appetizers. Music is central to Cape Verdeans' cultural identity. On the islands, morna, a slow-paced and melancholy style of music, is the most popular music genre and its cultural mainstay. This music style was popularized by Cape Verdean music legend Ciceria Evora, known as the Barefoot Diva. Also popular are the faster-paced funana and coladera, which are played but with guitars and other instruments. In recent times, foreign music influences such as reggae have also penetrated the island's music scene. Sports. As is the case in many African countries, football is the most popular sport in Cape Verde. Cape Verdeans love and support their national football team known as the Blue Sharks, who have appeared thrice at the Africa Cup of Nations since 2013. Cape Verde has also produced several successful footballers such as Nani and Ryan Mendes. Moreover, being an island nation, surfing is a major sporting activity in Cape Verde. Every year, surfers from all over the world are attracted to the waves of the island's beaches. There are suitable surf spots for all surfers of all skill levels, from hobbyists to experienced professionals. Cape Verdeans also engage in capoeira, a form of martial art introduced to the islands by African slaves in the slave era. Capoeira also incorporates music, acrobatics, and dance. There are many academies in the country devoted to teaching capoeira. Festivals. At various times of the year, different cultural festivals and ceremonies are held which exhibit and celebrate its unique history, people, and culture. Carnival is the most popular of these, with lots of people from around the world going to Cape Verde annually to witness it. The event usually involves parades of themed costumed dancers who wow their audience with their often exquisite costume designs and entertain people on the streets with their music and dance performances. Costumes usually feature feathers of various bright colors and other decorations. The ceremony also sees the performance of various live bands and music groups. Carnival is typically held either in the months of February or March, just before the start of Lent. The biggest parades take place in Praia, the capital city, with smaller marches taking place simultaneously all over the various islands. If you are lucky to visit the island of São Vicente in the month of August, you are just in time for the Baía de Gatas Music Festival. Since its inception in 1984, this annual music fest has featured hundreds of international and local artists and performers from across several music genres. Arena festival held in honor of its patron saint. This ceremony features grand religious processions and plenty of singing and dancing. There is no better way to immerse yourself in Cape Verdean culture than to experience one of its amazing cultural festivals. Tourist attractions. From its stunning sea views to amazing museums and historical sites and sporting activities, Cape Verde has remained a top international tourist destination. The island's many beaches are reputed for their turquoise blue waters and scenic landscapes. You can also go on hikes through its beautiful mountain ranges and valleys. For nature lovers, a guided trip to Santa Luzia Island should be top of your bucket list. This uninhabited Cape Verdean island has been declared a natural reserve since 1998 and now hosts several rare and endangered animal species. The Pedro Lume crater on the island of Sal is another great destination to see. The volcanic crater contains saltwater flats from where salt has been harvested and exported for hundreds of years. You can take pictures or float in the buoyant salt water, a very remarkable and unforgettable experience. To connect with Cape Verde's unique history, you can visit several museums such as the National Museum in Praia, which exhibits the country's history, arts, and culture. You can also visit some of the island's abandoned ships. Situated as it is at a strategic point for international shipping, the coasts of Cape Verde have welcomed lots of ships since the islands were first settled. Not all these ships landed under the best circumstances, and several ruins of wrecked and abandoned ships can be found on several Cape Verdean beaches. The Cabo Santa Maria, which ran aground in 1968 on the shores of Boa Vista, is the most popular of these ruins. These ship ruins and several other small wrecked boats and vessels now serve as tourist sites and diving spots. However, some of them have been converted into restaurants and bars. Which of Cape Verde's tourist attractions would you love to see? Have you ever visited the islands? We would love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.